This is Kal Kat's The Kal Kat's Turn. This is your review of Star Trek Strange New Worlds Season 3, Episode 1, Hegemony. Hegemony. Hegemony Part 2. Hegemony Part 2. Yeah. It's been a while, 2 years, since the show. Brought back the show after Discovery was in Lower Decks and Prodigy were the past few years as well. And instead of rambling on about how this is comparable to other stuff, it isn't. So let's just go on with the review. It's the second half of them escaping from the Gorn. The part where they attach the stuff to the saucer section and drop it out of orbit. This is sort of like after that. They kind of skipped a little bit, and they're back. Most of them are on the ship, but some of them are on the alien ship. There's I might have missed something, but it's in there. They have to get the Gorn out of the Captain Lady's body, so that Nurse and Spock or Chapel and Spock are trying to remove it from them. Coming up with these different Star Trek-y sort of things to the scenarios on their computer. Also, there is they're trying to figure out how to stop the Gorn, who have gone off to a pair of binary stars, like Battle of the Binary Stars. So it's like Discovery. But then they make something up about the wake cycles and sleep cycles of the aliens, similar to Best of Both Worlds when they had to put the Borg to sleep to blow up the cube at the end of Best of Both Worlds. So they had to do that with the alien Gorn. I didn't know they were Borg. They kind of act like Borg, so I guess it's similar. And have been over the essence that they shouldn't made this like Alien 4. They shouldn't have them hatching out of people. That's dumb. But that's what they did. They're not Gorn at all. In the Star Trek bestiary, there is a race of aliens that they could be. But they called them Gorn in this anyway. They could have been Regulons. Regulon and Regulon bloodworms. That's what they should be, not Gorn. Then it would make sense. The Regulon bloodworms, they become little guys, they hatch out of you. Yeah. I wasn't the only one that made that comparison. David Gerald, out of the Regulon bloodworm story, heard about the new Gorn and interviews and stuff. He's like, yeah, they should be the Regulon bloodworms. They got the wrong race. Anyway, so they'll be someone else's problem. Yeah. So in a nutshell, the review is pretty much they figure out a way out. Our heroes are colonist people are on the station. They have to escape. They get out of the pod things, like pod people things. Make the way to the escape site and prepare to leave and go and escape. So they create a solar flare somehow between stars. Yeah, they say it's nigh impossible, but they do it anyway. That's not how that works. Also, those stars are pretty tiny on the screen as well. The binary stars, if they were that close to each other, the way they were looking at them on the screen, and the ship was that close to them, they would crash into each other on their Roche limit and destroy each other. You can't have two binary stars that are literally like hundreds of thousands of miles apart from each other. They will crash into each other and be destroyed. Just you know, the way they do that. And they did that kind of thing in Guardians of the Galaxy as well. They had a planet with the two stars on the same distance. And it's like, they couldn't really, that wouldn't really work scientifically. But it is science fantasy, so I'm sure why not. So you have, that. It was fine. Of course, you had some exploding consoles and things popping out, like they do in the classic Trek. Even though they weren't shooting at them at that point. They have some interesting gags. They've gone to use the tactic of the whispery voices. which was used on Discovery. It is a spinoff of Discovery. And clearly it's a separate universe than the one we know of Kirk and crew and Spock. Anyway, because it kind of is. It really does not look like they're in the same universe at all. They're not even in the same universe as the Abrams movies. They're sort of they're the other guy. They're another universe. The Kirkson universe. Oh yeah. Huh. Anyway, so yeah, it's clearly not our universe anyway. Yeah, it's a multiverse. Yeah, they did an awful lot of whispering. They really didn't need to do that. It doesn't add to the story to have them go, oh, it's what I feel about you, blah, blah, blah. You can't understand them. Just have them talk. What is it with this whispery soap opera shit? Do that. But yes, but yeah, that's kind of my review of Hegemony Part 2. And that's kind of it. It's fine. They probably should have made this one right after the last one and not made a cliffhanger. Just made a movie, at the end. Yeah. And if they really desperately want another movie for the 60th anniversary in a little over a year, they had better get going with that and not do an origin story, not do yet another one of these, but they have standing sets, so do a Strange New Worlds movie is what they should do. They won't, but it's what they should do. Just do that. Okay, fine. You got it out of your systems. Now you can do something else. Actually, what I want them to do is Star Trek Legacy, the movie, and I want them to be Picard teams up with Kira, teams up with Cisco, and Janeway, and all the crews, and they go on a space adventure to find an alien, being played by William Shatner, who was a Kirk god type of guy. We want Q. And we want surviving other members. We want Chekhov and Sulu in the story as well. There's your movie right there. Do the Valentine Day episode that I already did. Do that one. Adapt that. Do that one. Yeah, the old crews come together. All the old crews come together in a Q-created sort of weird nexus thing. They have to solve a mystery on a planet. Yeah, they haven't done that very much in the movies. Anyway, so yeah, they won't do that, but that's what they should do. Anyway, so that was my review, and that's really quick about it.